This past weekend, we wrapped up the 4th of July celebrating the birth of our great nation. Today, I'll be discussing PCS season, BAH rates in Hawaii, VA loan activity on Oahu through COVID, and VA loan deals over $1 million here on Oahu. However, before we start, I'd like to share with you a little treat. For those of you that weren't here on Oahu this past week, here's my sister-in-law singing the national anthem at the McFarland Regatta in Waikiki on July 4th. Wasn't that pretty cool? I know a lot of people I talked to at the beach after said it kind of gave them chicken skin. She did such a great job performing in front of a huge audience there at the Outrigger Canoe Regatta on the beach there in Waikiki. What's another special thing about this event is there's an armed services division, and every year they have a race-off between all the divisions of the armed services here on Oahu, going in and out through the circuit on Waikiki, so that's always fun to watch. So now we're going to jump into VA loans and some of the stats we've been seeing over the past 3.5 years since COVID started. As you can see from the chart here, VA buyers were a lot more keen on buying homes versus condos early in 2020. With the lockdowns here on Oahu, condo living was less desirable. With all the restrictions, owners couldn't use the amenities they were paying for. And in addition to that, home prices were much more affordable in 2020 than they are today. Rates were also much lower. As the real estate market here on Oahu started to take off, we saw more buyers gravitating towards condos due to affordability. Although transactions were fairly tight between home and condo sales throughout 2021, rates definitely started playing a factor. And by the time we hit 2022, there were significantly more VA buyers acquiring condos than there were homes. Another factor we'll get into on the next chart is the cap on VA loan limits was removed in January of 2020. To compound the crazy real estate market we witnessed a few years back was in 2019, President Trump removed the VA cap for home buyers. So as of January 1st of 2020, there was no limit, as long as buyers could qualify to service the debt. I've since done many VA deals where the buyer got a loan over $1 million with 100% financing. As you'll see in this chart, VA home sales over $1 million far outpaced VA condo sales over $1 million. Every quarter since 2020, we've only seen single-digit condo sales, with the peak being in the third quarter of 2022 with 9 transactions. In the second quarter of this year, there were 5 VA condo sales over $1 million. You'll notice those peaks in each year were around the second to third quarter during PCS season. If you're in the process of PCSing from Oahu, now might be a good time to take advantage of that buyer traffic. For those of you looking to buy now, there's a lot more to choose from and a lot less competition than there was several years ago, such as bidding wars, etc. For those, considering buying on Oahu, Hawaii has always been the highest BAH in the nation. To see the latest, check out the link below on the DoD website. I hope you found this information useful here. And if so, feel free to subscribe to my channel below. In the meantime, if you're PCSing to or from Oahu, feel free to give me a shout at 808-371-3509 to see how I can help. Mahalo.